Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Flex Friday episode of Major Money. Now, typically I have Ross with me on Fridays, but due to scheduling conflicts, we were unable to do it. But I did not want to leave y'all without a show this week, considering we haven't had as many for the holidays. So I wanted to come in and give y'all some picks today. Now, hopefully, y'all took advantage of the free square for Nikola Jokic. I almost said Jovic. Nikola Jokic, who only had to score one basket to hit that square. So all you had to do was find a good pair for it. So hopefully you were eating good on Christmas due to that free square. But as always, and we'll make sure it's running at the bottom of your screen, use the code 5. You can see it right there and get $50 instantly when you create a $5 lineup. You do not even have to hit this play. As long as you even submit a $5 lineup, you get $50 instantly in promo funds. Greatest thing in sports betting is the signups and is the free money. So please do that. Like I said, it'll always be at the bottom of your screen. It's the code 5. Let me pull up my picks right here. I'm looking to turn it around. Since it's just me, I'll give all 4 picks. The ones that I use for my Flex Friday, so I use 4 picks, and I'll show you all the payout. We have a $20 Flex Friday. So if you do not win, if you're unfamiliar with Flex Friday, if you do not win, as long as you opt into Flex Friday, click the little button there, you get all of your money back. And if you win partial amounts, if you do 6, if you do whatever, and you win 0.4 of your money back, then you get promo funds to make up the losses. So it is basically a risk-free. It does have to be credit, and it will change into promo funds if you lose, but essentially a risk-free bet for you today. So always take advantage of that. But we're going to jump right in. I have 4 basketball ones. I'm going to start it out with the man that was the talk of the town during Christmas, with Victor Wembanyama, the alien. Dude just gets a bunch of blocks. You can actually not play his block square. There is no block square, but 4.5 blocks and steals. He's been crushing this recently. He plays the Brooklyn Nets. I don't really care for the Nets. Yeah, they're sometimes exciting, but I think he has a very good matchup to just pretty much do what he has been doing. I think he's going to have a very big game as well. I strongly considered his fantasy score of, I believe it's 55 fantasy points, but I'm going with, for my first pick today, over 4.5 blocks and steals. This man is an absolute animal. He already has more blocks than I think it's like 90-something% of NBA history. I do not see that stopping. I love his matchup here. I don't see an issue with foul trouble. I don't see an issue for pretty much anything at all, and he can just be himself. Would not be surprised if he had 6 or 7 blocks. Then also, with the Nets, you can get a steal or two there as well. They no longer have Dennis Schroeder, so they're playing a little bit different in that point guard spot. So you have that little bit of hedge with the steals. So that is why I ended up going this play versus having to rely on him doing a little bit of everything. This is just, we're relying on him doing the thing he does best. That's why I went with the 4.5 blocks and steals. Next, I'm going to do a combo, and a rebounds combo that I think is very underrated. We got Carl Anthony Towns and Goga Bitadis. I can never say anyone's name on here. If you're familiar with the show, I just butcher people's names left and right. But Goga, I said this in the last time I played a combo. It was Bam and Hartenstein. And I said, I feel like they're going to get every rebound available. I feel like this as well. Karl Anthony Towns might hit this number himself. He's been on absolute rebounding tear. I firmly believe Karl Anthony Towns can get 15, 16 by himself. The reason he wouldn't would be because the other man on the square, in my opinion, that would be matched up with him in taking the rebounds from him. So I think this is a perfect hedge. Basically, we want Cat to keep doing what he's been doing, but the hedge in, I think he's going to get anyways, Goga's just going to get 10, 8, and then Cat has to get 15. But I could see this to where Gogi gets 15 because he's taking him from Cat. He's doing a good job boxing out. I really like this play right here. I think they're pretty much going to get 30%, 35% of all the rebounds available in this game. I'm not having to rely on one player, so I like both of their rebound props. You can combine them here. I like it today. So that is my second pick for the Flex Friday play. Now, my third one, like I said, we typically do 3, but I'm going to show you 4 because this is the whole exact play I'm playing today. We're going to go with another superstar and something that when I last did a show with Ethan, we talked about, and I said, always go over against the Pacers. Not playing the Pacers today, but I'll just search it. Kevin Durant. He has been surprisingly really good at getting and accumulating rebounds and assists. And so his number is at 10.5 rebounds and assists. It is straight up just combining both of his prop numbers. Sometimes you'll find good value to where, this number will be less than there if you combine them two, but this one's the exact same. You can see 10, 11, 11, 16, 14. Now they're playing Dallas. And Dallas, if you have not been paying attention, does not have Luka Doncic, and which, in my opinion, opens up some more rebounds for someone like Kevin Durant because Doncic gets a lot of rebounds. It maybe gets Durant has an option for another offensive rebound or two. Then it just diminishes the quality of the Mavericks. And yes, you still have good pieces on that Mavericks team, but it's not the same without Doncic. And I think so just on the quality aspect, I think there's going to be more rebound opportunities for Kevin Durant in general, as well as Durant's been sneaky good in this whole Suns team as a bunch of scores and they pass the ball. So I see 5, assists, and then you get 6 rebounds, you hit this number, or flip it back and forth. Kevin Durant just needs to have a Kevin Durant game, and then we hit this. He's been killing this as of late. And like I said, I like the matchup without Doncic. I think there's several different game scripts and game opportunities for Kevin Durant to hit this number. My last pick, like I said, I play 4, is going to be Jason Tatum. And I'm going to play the same exact thing I just played of rebounds and assists. So his rebounds is 10, his assist is 6, his rebounds and assist is 15.5. This is kind of what I was talking about. Sometimes they don't add up. So we get good value here by playing both of them. You can see 19, 25, 14, 14, 22. His floor has been right below this number. But what did I just say I said about Kevin Durant when I talked about that prop last time? It's the Indiana Pacers play the over. There's going to be a lot of rebounding opportunities, and we know the Celtics share the ball as well, and they have a lot of guys capable of having a big game any and every day. So he's going to have a lot of assist opportunities and potential assist, and they make their shots at a high level, so that is a very good predictor. Then rebounds. The Pacers let up a lot of rebounds. The Pacers typically play fast, and sometimes they play really hot, sometimes they're really cold. But Jason Tatum has been very consistent in his rebounding numbers. I can pull that up right here alone. You can see you can play his just rebounds at 15, 15, 10, 12, 13. The thing that I don't want to just play his rebounds, and I want to have the hedge of his assist, and I'll pull up that right here, which you can see is only 410, 429. So he gets enough to help us hit our prop here, but not necessarily to hit his assist numbers. But with the Boston Celtics and a team that good, they're playing a team very inferior to them, even though the Pacers have been playing better as of late. I'm more worried that Tatum could have a very, very all-around game in a sense of like 8 rebounds, 8 assists type thing. But he doesn't hit his rebounding prop, and that would be the one I'd pick around if I wanted to just do assist or rebounds. He might not hit his rebounding prop because he might get pulled earlier if they get a huge lead. And I know we've talked in the past that it doesn't always happen with the Celtics, but it is something that you need to think of, especially when they're playing a team that, in my opinion, is very inferior to them. So I like this Jason Tatum rebounds and assist number, kind of combining both of them to give you a little bit of hedge if something doesn't go exactly how you like. And they're both pretty consistent in hitting this. It's 3 of the last 5, and the other 2 are right there. So I do like Jason Tatum's non-scoring props, and he's obviously good at his scoring props. He scores a lot, takes a lot of shots, no matter how much he tells you he doesn't take a lot of shots. He takes a lot, but sometimes in these games, I feel like he does the other things a little bit more, and that is why I'm going with rebounds and assists. So we got our Wemby prop, we got our dual rebound prop, we got our Durant prop, we got our Tatum prop. And like I said, you have to play for Flex Friday, you have to play the flex, hence the name. But in this, if you play the $20, which is the max entry fee, it has to be credit, can't be promo funds. You win $100 if they all 4 hit. Now, the reason I play 4 is because if 3 of them hit, let's say Tatum does get pulled early and he doesn't hit this number, I still profit $10, which $10 is $10, right? So you're still getting a profit. I don't have to worry about my money turning into promo funds because, withdrawable cash is always better, right? So that's why I play 4. It's a little bit safer too. Nothing's worse than playing 6 because you added 1 last minute, or 5 because you added 1 last minute, and then the original 5 or 4 you had hit, and then you're stuck with a 2x or whatever when you really could have had a 5x because that's what you trusted. So I typically find 4 props I like. That's what I've done today. We will see how this goes. I will tweet out my picks right after this and include a link to use that promo code 5 so you don't even have to type it in. Going out the bottom of your screen, promo code 5, get $50 instantly when you create a $5 lineup. We will see y'all on Sunday if everything goes to plan around this holiday season with our Sunday night football picks. Let's have a great night. Let's steal some money from PrizePicks, and we'll see y'all Sunday.